In this video, we are going to do questions of three-dimensional geometry, class 12. They have been tested in board examination. The questions that I've been going to do are tested in board examination. So if I read the first question, it says, find the image of this point 163 on this line whose equation is this first part. Then we have to write down the equation of the line joining the given points and its image. And finally, the length of the line segment joining the given point and its image. Now, first thing that I should do is to draw the diagram. Let's say I made a line and I'm writing the equation of this line. As you can see, the equation of line is given over here, which is what? X over 1 is equal to y minus 1 over 2 is equal to z minus 2 over 3. Now, next what I'm going to do is to take a point. Say I take a point and will draw its image also. Let's say P is the point whose coordinate is mentioned over here is what? That is 1. It is 1, 6, 3. Let Q be the foot of this perpendicular and I'll take the image of this point. As you can see that the image of this point, I'll take say T over here, T as the image of this point. Now, first I should tell you the algorithm involved in doing this question. So the first thing that we'll be doing is this, that is finding the coordinates of the foot of the perpendicular, that is Q. We'll be doing this first. I should tell you the steps involved and then I'll do this. The second steps will be what? Is to find the image of this point T using the fact that Q is the midpoint. And the third step should be, okay, using the distance formula. We'll be using the formula for the equation of the line as well as the distance formula. And the final step will be finding the distance between the points. So I have split this into 4 different steps or algorithm. Let's begin with the first. As I said, first we'll find the coordinates of the foot of the perpendicular. So how we can do? What you can observe in this diagram, let's say if I take this is equal to z, I can say x is equal to what? By comparing this and this, right? So x comes out to be z here. Y will be what? 2 times z plus 1, comparing this and this. And similarly, I can say what is z over here. Z should give you 3 lambda plus 2. Now this is what? This is this point Q, right? So we got this point Q as what? This is lambda comma 2 lambda plus 1 and 3 lambda plus 2. This is what we got the coordinates of this point, which is Q I have taken. You can take it as the foot of the perpendicular. Now, if I ask you what is the direction ratio of this line, so the direction ratio of this line will be what? That is 1 comma 2 from here, right? You should know that the equation in this form. So the direction ratio will be 1, 2, 3. Now, if I ask you what is the direction ratio of this green line, right? You can use the formula x2 minus x1, x2 minus x1, which is lambda minus 1. And then y2 minus y1 should give you how much? 2 lambda minus 5. 2 lambda, 1 minus 6 is minus 5. And z2 minus z1, z2 minus z1 should give you how much? This is 3 lambda, right? 3 lambda plus 2 minus 3 plus 2 minus 3 should give you minus 1. So check here, we got the direction ratios of these two lines. Now, what you can figure out from here that these two lines, that is the green and the yellow one, they are perpendicular to each other. So therefore, the sum of the product of direction ratios of these two should give you 0. That's what I'm going to apply. So I can say that 1, sorry, it's not 2, 1 multiplied by this, which is lambda minus 1 plus 2 multiplied by this is how much? 4 lambda minus 10 plus 3 multiplied by this is how much? 9 lambda minus 3 should be equal to 0. Now this is how much? 9 plus 1, 10 plus 4, 14 lambda. Okay, 14 lambda on this side. And this is minus 1 minus 10 is minus 11 minus 13 is minus 14 on the left hand side should be positive 14. So I can cancel this and we got lambda 1. Once we got the value of lambda as 1, we can replace this with lambda. So what you will get the coordinate here, I can say lambda replacing with, so this is 1, 2, 1, 2 plus 1, 3 and 3 plus 2, 5. So now we got the coordinates of Q as well. Check here, we got the coordinates of Q as well. So let me erase this and keep this over here, right? We now know the coordinates of Q. So as I said, the first step was finding the coordinates of the foot of the perpendicular, then finding the image of this point. Well, T is the what? T is the mid. T is what? The image over here. Let's say I take the coordinate of T as say x1, comma y1 and z1. Now figure out how we are going to obtain this. Let's try solving in a single screen. All right. Now figure out in this diagram that Q is the midpoint, right? Q is the midpoint. So using the special case of section formula, this is x1 plus x2. x1 plus, this is x1 plus x2 over 2 will be equal to x coordinate and x is 1. Well, what formula I'm using is x is equal to x1 plus x2 over 2, special case of section formula, midpoint, y is equal to y1 plus y2 over 2. Now similarly, I'm going to get y1. Okay, first was this, right? So from here I can get x1 directly. That is 2 into 1 is 2 and minus 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1. Now this is y1 plus y2. Well, y2 is this, right? y1 is this. So y1 plus y2 over 2 is equal to what I'm doing. Sorry, y1 plus y2, right? So y1 plus y2 over 2 is equal to its y coordinate, which is 3. So y comes out to be how much? 3 into 2, 6. 6 minus 6 is 0. And likewise, I'm going to get z. z1 plus z2. z2 is 3 here. That divided by 2 will be the equal to the z coordinate, which is 5 here. So it's what? z1 comes out to be 10 minus 3, right? That is 7. Now check here, we got the image of this, right? So this we got here as what? The image of this point as 1 comma 0 comma 7. Okay, now check here, what are the things we had to find out? 107. So number one, we have to write down the equation of this line joining and the image of the foot of the perpendicular. So we got the image. That means last part is to obtain the equation of this line, right? So we got the coordinate of the image, and now we have to find the equation of the line joining these 2 points. So therefore I need to clear this space over here. So we have used the algorithm, and now I'm clearing this part of the screen to obtain the equation of this line. So the equation of this line, right? This is the line whose equation I'm going to obtain. Now for that, the formula will be used in this case will be what? This is y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus, not directly with y, I should first tell you the formula. This is x minus x1 over x2 minus x1 is equal to y minus y1 over y2 minus y1 is equal to z minus z1 over z2 minus z1. So this is the formula which I am going to apply for obtaining the equation. So this is x minus x1. And what is x1? I'm taking x1 as 1. This I'm taking as 1, and this I'm taking as, say, yeah, this as 2, right? We have to equation. We have to just obtain the equation. Okay. So you can take this as well, right? That's fine. This is the equation of PT is what? So x minus, I should tell you what is x1 and x2 here. So x minus 1 over x2 minus x1. So 1 minus 1. Y minus y1, which is 6 over here, and y2, which is 0 minus 6. And likewise, z minus z1, which is 3, as you can see, and z2 minus z1, which is 7 minus 3. So we got this as x minus 1 over 0 is equal to y minus 6 over minus 6, and z minus 3 over 7 minus 3, which is 4. Now check is this is what we got, the equation of the line. And there was one more part. As I said, it's a big question, is to find, it should be a 6 marks question, but now it can be split into 2 questions. Now say we have to find the length of the line joining these 2 points. So we have to finally obtain the length of PT, right? For that, we will be using distance formula to get the length of PT. I can accommodate over here only. You can magnify to see the working. To find the distance, I'm going to use the distance formula PT, which is what? Under root x2 minus x1 whole square, y2 minus y1 whole square. Since you know the coordinate of x1 and x2, let me highlight in one more time. Here I'm talking about these two coordinates. So this is x2 minus x1 whole square. That is 1 minus 1 whole square plus y2 minus y1, which is 6 minus 0 whole square, plus z2 minus z1, which is 3 minus 7 whole square. So this is the length of PT, which is 0 plus 6 square, which is 36, plus 3 minus 7 is what? Minus 4 whole square is 16. So the length of PT comes out to be under root 6 plus 6, 12, yeah, 52. This much unit. Don't write centimeter, just write this much units. This is for UN. Pen is slipping. Okay, this is UNITS. So this is what the end of this question. We have calculated all the 3 parts given in this question.